Hey, this is Dr. Shaw with Valley Hills Dentistry in Hickory, North Carolina. Our goal is to provide exceptional dental care tailored to your needs at an affordable price.
Hello and welcome into the WHKY News for Thursday, July 24th. I'm Ralph Mangum. The WHKY News is on over-the-air TV every weekday, 5:30 and 10, channel 14.2. You can also watch us online anytime, WHKY.com, and on our YouTube channel. In today's top stories, 45-year-old David Ray Carswell and 68-year-old Patrice Steele Fox, both from Taylorsville, have been charged with multiple drug offenses, including trafficking in methamphetamine. They both face a number of additional charges, including possession of a firearm by a felon and resisting an officer. This morning, Alexander County Sheriff's officers, in coordination with officers from several other agencies, executed a search warrant at a residence on Bolick Lane in Taylorsville. As officers approached, a vehicle fled the scene and headed directly toward the officers. In response, several officers discharged their service weapons at the vehicle. The suspect continued to drive down Bolick Lane, turned left onto Rink Dam Road, and crossed directly over Highway 127. The vehicle came to a stop on Hubbard Road at Cascades Drive, where the suspect was taken into custody without further incident. Officers seized about 3.5 pounds of meth. No injuries were reported. The SBI was contacted and is assisting with the ongoing investigation. Carswell was placed in the Alexander County Detention Center under a $1,065,000 secured bond, while Fox was given a $550,000 secured bond. Both suspects will appear in district court on July 28th. A lot of crime news in our top stories today, as Rob Eastwood has the details on an arrest in a murder case.
The suspect in this case is charged in connection to a fatal shooting last month in Statesville. Multiple agencies took part in the arrest of the suspect. He was brought to the Iredell County Detention Center following his arrest. A court date is scheduled in August. 33-year-old Daryl Jordan was arrested on Tuesday by Statesville police in collaboration with the U.S. Marshals Carolinas Regional Fugitive Task Force. He's charged with murder. Jordan is charged in connection to the June 14th homicide of 25-year-old D'Angelo Malindsay Barker of Statesville. On June 14th at approximately 5:35 a.m., officers responded to a report of shots fired in the 100 block of East Allison Street. Upon arrival, officers found a male victim in the roadway with an apparent gunshot wound to the chest and abdomen. Despite life-saving efforts by officers and EMS, the victim, later identified as Barker, was pronounced deceased at the scene. Following the incident, the Statesville Police Department's Violent Crimes and Criminal Investigations units launched an intensive investigation, collecting evidence and conducting interviews that ultimately led to Jordan's arrest. He was found in Huntersville and taken into custody without incident. He was placed in the Iredell County Detention Center following his arrest without bond. A court date is scheduled for August 12th in Statesville. This case remains under investigation. If you have any information, contact Statesville Police at 704-878-3406. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thanks, Rob. 19-year-old Jaheim Quayshawn Harris of Linview Street Northeast in Lenoir has been arrested and charged with murder. Lenoir police assisted Hickory police officers with Harris's apprehension. Harris's arrest is in connection with a homicide case that began on July 14th when officers responded to reports of shots fired at 1123 2nd Street Southeast in Hickory. Officers found 22-year-old Keimarian Donyah Peterson of Hickory deceased at the scene. Harris was jailed today in the Catawba County Detention Facility, where he's being held without bond. A first appearance in court was scheduled today in Newton. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information should contact Investigator Tammy Johnson at tjohnson@hickorync.gov or call HPD 828-328-5551. A single vehicle accident this morning backed up traffic on NC Highway 321 South near Hickory's Mountain View area. The collision occurred at about 8:30 a.m. near River Road. The North Carolina State Highway Patrol says a Nissan Xterra overturned in the median. Both of the vehicle's occupants were airlifted to Atrium Health Carolina's Medical Center in Charlotte in critical condition. Traffic began to flow normally shortly before 10 a.m. No additional details are available. Following an investigation by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, the deceased individual whose remains were discovered on July 16th in a wooded area behind the Food Lion store on Stanford Road in Lincoln has been positively identified as 53-year-old Robert Joseph Wolf Jr. of Lincoln. The remains had been tentatively identified previously, as reported by WHKY earlier this week. An autopsy has been completed, and the findings confirm that no foul play was involved in Mr. Wolf's death. Mr. Wolf was reported as a missing person after he was last seen on the 4th of July at his residence on Little Street. WHKY's Arianna Mack has information on a disturbing arrest in Iredell County.
A woman faces charges in a case involving the abuse of animals. 28-year-old Kirsten Ray Taylor of Mooresville was arrested by Iredell County Sheriff's officers. She's charged with 4 felony counts of animal cruelty. On Monday, July 21st, the Iredell County Sheriff's Office was contacted by Iredell County Animal Services regarding a case of animal cruelty. Due to the severity of the allegations and the nature of the evidence, the investigation was referred by Animal Services to the Sheriff's Office. The case originated on July 18th when Animal Services received reports and video footage of abuse by a female employee at a pet grooming business. The video, captured by a concerned co-worker, depicted the employee repeatedly striking and mishandling dogs during grooming sessions. These dogs were verified to be clients' pets brought in for routine care. The videos revealed at least 4 separate dogs being treated in an abusive manner. The employee was identified as Taylor. Based on video evidence and corroborating witness statements, arrest warrants charging Taylor were obtained. The investigation remains ongoing. Additional charges may be forthcoming as investigators continue to interview witnesses, contact affected pet owners, and compile further evidence. Bond for Taylor has been set at $10,000 secured. A district court appearance was scheduled for July 24th. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thanks, Arianna. In today's crime report, 2 firearms and drug arrests in Alexander County, plus a story from Burke County where a 14-year-old is accused of stealing a vehicle and leading officers on a chase. In local sports, LR announces the Joe Bear Club, App State, will hold a surplus sale featuring gear from all varsity sports and the latest from the dads. And in community focus, Arianna chats with the co-founder of Hope Ministries in Uganda. Partly cloudy today with a high in the upper 80s. A heat wave arrives tomorrow with highs at or above 93 degrees each day through next Thursday. We might even flirt with the 100-degree mark around the middle of next week. No more than a 25% chance of rain at any point during that time until a week from today, when the chance of a shower rises to 55%. Cooler, rainier weather will arrive starting next Friday. An up-to-date forecast can always be found at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. This is the WHKY News.